What is truth? We all have our own version of truth. Some of us believe that we are someone who doesn't speak anything but truth. Some of us believe that we are one of those people who fight for the truth, who speak the truth, and who like to stand up for the truth. But what is truth? Isn't truth a very relative word? Each one of us has our own version of truth. Now in Vedanta, there is a line which says that truth is that which remains constant in past, present, and future. The sky is blue. No matter what is happening around us, the sky will be blue. The sun is shining every morning. No matter what happens, the sun will rise and shine every morning. And that is the truth. So if truth is something that's relative, if truth is something that's always changing, how can we be sure that what we stand for is constant, is the truth? This question, this inquisitive query within me led me to go very deep into understanding what is truth, and which led me to understand Vedanta. Vedanta came in my life in a very strange way. It was not a theory that I was aware of. It was not a word that was in my regular vocabulary, even though I have been always very spiritual. One night in my dream, I saw Swami Vivekananda standing in front of a very old building, English building, very Victorian style building. And he stood very stout, almost like as if the truth that I am talking about, the knowledge that we speak of, it just was eluding from his aura in the most beautiful manner. I've always aspired, his learning. I've always read about him, but never to the depth that I went to explore deeper into his life. But after this dream, definitely I did that. So I saw Swami Ji standing there, and he handed me this book which had the word written Vedanta. Now at that point I had no idea what it meant. I didn't know where to begin from. But I was sure that it has to do something with this constant question that remains in my life. What is the truth that we all are seeking? Very strangely, after a couple of days, a friend told me about a Vedanta center, which was about 20 minutes from my house at that time, and I had no idea about it. One morning on a very rainy day, very much like what British weather is all about, it was hailing, and I didn't know why. I picked up the car keys and I drove to the center. And the moment I drove into that center, as I parked the car and I got out of the car, I saw the building, and I knew this was the building that I seen in my dreams. Again, very much unaware of how it's all connecting, I went inside thinking who to talk to, who to say these things to. As there's a beautiful meditation room here in the Vedanta Center, and I sat there for a while wondering if I'm supposed to feel something because this building has come in my dreams. Nothing came. But when I came out, I saw the book, the same book that came in my dream, and it had Vedanta written on it, and I knew that was my journey. From there began my journey in Vedanta, in understanding the philosophy of Vedanta and knowing what Vedanta means to me. And that's why this place remains very close to my heart. Vedanta is not a philosophy. Vedanta is, you can call it science, but for me it is knowledge. It is that knowledge which the seers understood or felt or realized in their highest transcendental meditative form. So in a way, it is that knowledge which this the highest knowledge that a seer can realize in a human form is the knowledge of Vedanta, is the knowledge that has been compiled as Vedanta. And very beautifully, Vedanta starts with this philosophy of saying, Tat Swam Asi. You are that. You are that empowered light that you are seeking. You are the truth that you are seeking. So, in a way, Vedanta is the knowledge that ultimately leads you to your own self, because you are that. And in this veil of ignorance that we have formed around us, we've forgotten what our true identity is. And if I was to say it in a more simpler way, then Vedanta is the knowledge of knowing what is real, what is not real, and understanding where one must put our life force, our energy in, on what it must be invested on, so that one can lead and realize and establish the ultimate truth of our own nature. It is a knowledge of it's a knowledge of self-introspection. It's a knowledge of knowing yourself and understanding why the experiences that you face in your life, is the deeper depth behind them, so that we are not stuck in any pain or any suffering or any joyous moment of and pride. What we remain constant is in the learning. I was very lucky and honored to be able to speak to Swamiji of the Ramakrishna Center at Bonant about Vedanta. Hope you listen to this with an understanding that this might just be the beginning of your spiritual journey, or this might just lead you or open doors for you to another level in your spiritual journey. And that is what Vedanta means to me. Just another level of knowledge to uncover our own self. My name is Ekta. I'm the author of the book The Voice of Kali, and I'm a Vedantist, a spiritual seeker.